shower yesterday that you saw. It wasn't real. No, it was real, and thank goodness.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, thank goodness we actually got some real rain yesterday, because, man, do we need it. Let's break this down. Doppler radar still showing a few sprinkles here and there. There's not much out there. I'm not concerned about any of this activity. This will likely continue to disappear as we get closer to the later part of this morning. Everybody else waking up to calm conditions, even here in Albuquerque, pretty quiet. But a few pockets of light rain left over out in Cuba, Dulce, Chama, and then as I take it down across southern New Mexico, Chavez County actually woke up to some lightning and thunder earlier this morning. At this point, that has disappeared, and you're just left with a few pockets of light rain as well, just to the east of Roswell. Hey, temperatures this morning, not bad. We've got 50s and 60s up to the north, 70s down there across southern New Mexico, 79 in Alamogordo, 75 in Carlsbad right now. You'll find a mix of the 50s and 60s along I-40 west. As far as today goes, it is going to be another hot one, just not quite as hot as where we were yesterday. We actually managed to top out at 100 at the Sunport yesterday afternoon. We'll still be toasty in the 90s, but I'm thinking a high temperature of about 97 today, 97, 98 across the Albuquerque metro area. You'll be a little bit warmer to the south, though, as we get back to the triple digits over southern and eastern parts of our state. Let's get to the good stuff, because I want to break down those rain chances here. As we get towards the later part of this afternoon and early evening, you see the showers and storms starting to fire up over central New Mexico. They'll pretty much favor the higher terrain of central areas, but we will still be looking at spotty to isolated coverage a little bit further west. In northeastern plains, most of these storms and showers will roll into your area, and there is just a slight chance of some of these storms turning severe. We're going to be watching that. I know we did have one storm pop up out over Union County that made it to that severe level. So there is that possibility today. As we get into tomorrow, we're still talking showers and storms. I don't expect anything to be too outrageous when it comes to the severe threat, but something we'll keep an eye on for you as a lot of us head outside, especially Friday afternoon, Friday evening. A lot going on this weekend. So what exactly is happening here? Well, this high pressure that's been pretty much locking out the moisture over the past few days, it's still there, but starting to wobble around a little bit, and we're getting this heat low forming over Arizona. I mean, it's been toasty for our neighbors to the west, but that low has actually helped dragging in some of that moisture over the state. So we get some of these showers and storms firing up, specifically out across the west and northern areas today, a little bit further into central New Mexico, but this is our setup through the weekend. So it's not even just today. We've got rain chances spread out over the state this afternoon, again for Friday, and even into this weekend. Something to keep in mind, though, it's not an all-day rain event. I don't expect Saturday and Sunday to be a washout. They'll still be hit or miss, but at least it's something to talk about. And even when we do have these showers and storms pass overhead, they briefly drop the temperatures, which certainly helps when we're looking at temperatures like these. Southern Colorado, 91 in Durango, 94 up in Cortez. And as far as the storms go, we'll go spotty to scattered activity this afternoon. More of that on the way tomorrow. Northwest, still very hot, upper 90s in Farmington, 100 in Chinle. We'll continue with those 90s over the weekend. A little bit more sunshine on the way, too. Southwest, mix of sun and clouds this afternoon as those storms and showers start to develop. High temperatures, though, not affected, upper 90s to low triple digits. Southeastern plains, isolated storms with temperatures rising at 100 plus in Roswell and Carlsbad. The rest of us in the 80s and 90s. Northeastern plains, increasing cloud cover and more of those storms and showers on the way. We'll keep an eye out and send out alerts if any of those storms turn severe. Northern mountains, more mountain storms, high temps in the 80s in Taos, 90s in Espanola today, tomorrow, and into the start of the weekend. East Mountains, more of the scattered storms for you guys. We'll be watching the Doghead Fire closely today, making sure the flooding isn't going to be something we have to worry about. But the metro area is also looking at the possibility of some of these spotty to scattered storms, high temps in the upper 90s to low triple digits. So 7-day forecast continues with the scattered activity today. We'll be looking at the possibility of an isolated storm Friday through early next week. And of course, the weather app, a great tool to use, especially with these hit and miss storms. And like I said, as we get a little bit further into monsoon season, we'll be watching not only the burn scar across the Doghead Fire, but also other burn scars across the state. And the flooding threat, it is certainly there. It's something we deal with here in New Mexico.
We hope everybody stays safe there, but it looks like it's going to be some busy afternoons.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, thanks, Kristen. Let's get